The storm in Guinea, a symbol of Africa's resource awakening in a groundbreaking move that sent shockwaves through the global mining industry, Guinea has officially revoked the mining licenses of 46 companies. This decision, announced by the Ministry of Mines on May 13, 2025, is more than a bureaucratic act. It is a bold declaration of sovereignty and a resounding message to the world. Africa is reclaiming control over its natural wealth. The companies that saw their licenses revoked had failed to begin any actual mining activity for years. Many of them had held their permits as speculative assets, waiting for the right investor or higher commodity prices before exploiting Guinea's soil. Meanwhile, the Guinean people remained impoverished, and the promise of shared prosperity faded into the background. This move is part of a broader, assertive strategy by the Guinean military-led government under Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya. Since taking power in 2021, Doumbouya has repeatedly emphasized that Guinea's vast mineral wealth, including the world's largest reserves of bauxite, must benefit its people. He has championed local value addition, demanding that foreign companies build refineries and processing plants inside the country instead of merely exporting raw materials. This strategy was already visible in the case of Simandou, the world's richest untapped iron ore deposit. The Guinean government forced international mining giants to agree to infrastructure deals, including railways and ports, that would ensure the project directly benefits Guinea's economy. And now, with the cancellation of these 46 licenses, Doumbouya's administration has shown that it is willing to take on even more companies if they fail to deliver, but Guinea is not alone in this struggle. Across West Africa, a new wave of resource nationalism is sweeping the region. In Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traoré has launched a fierce campaign to recover gold revenues lost to corruption and foreign plunder. Under his leadership, the state has moved to seize control over certain mining operations and redistribute profits to national development programs. Traoré, like Doumbouya, argues that Africa's minerals must fuel African development, not enrich multinational corporations or foreign governments. In Mali and Niger, similar reforms are taking shape. Mali has revised its mining code to give the state a larger stake in new projects and to demand greater accountability from mining firms. Niger, after the political shift in 2023, has reviewed uranium contracts that long favored French interests, signaling a break from the colonial legacy. Together, these moves represent more than just economic policy, they are political and ideological declarations. They represent a rising consciousness among African leaders and citizens that for too long, their countries have been rich in resources but poor in power. The term resource curse is being redefined, not as an inevitable fate, but as a system designed by external powers and upheld by local elites. What Guinea has done is both symbolic and practical. It signals to companies and governments around the world that the old rules of engagement in Africa are changing. No longer can a foreign company acquire a license, sit on it for a decade, and expect to keep it without delivering results. No longer can African resources be traded behind closed doors without scrutiny or national benefit. This is not a war on investment. It is a demand for responsible investment. Guinea's government has made it clear, companies that honor their commitments, develop their projects, create jobs, and add value locally will continue to be welcome. But those who treat Guinea as a mining lottery ticket, purchased and forgotten, will be shown the door. This policy reflects a deeper truth: African nations are tired of being exploited, and they are starting to act on that frustration with policies that prioritize national interest over foreign appeasement. The stakes are high. These countries risk retaliation, disinvestment, and pressure from powerful economic actors. But they also stand to gain something far more valuable: the right to shape their own destiny, and the people are watching. In Guinea, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, citizens have rallied behind these new policies. Social media is buzzing with support for the leaders who dare to challenge the status quo. Across the continent, a new generation of Africans is beginning to believe that the continent's wealth might finally serve its people. This moment could be remembered as a turning point. Just as the wave of independence in the mid-20th century broke the chains of colonial rule, today's resource nationalism could break the economic chains that have long held Africa back, but success will require more than bold speeches and revoked licenses. It will require long-term planning, strong institutions, and an unwavering commitment to transparency and public interest. The fight is not just against foreign exploitation, it is also against domestic mismanagement and corruption. Still, the message is clear: Africa is no longer begging for a seat at the table. It is building its own, and Guinea, with this audacious move, has just placed a powerful marker on the board.
Like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest celebrity insights. Thank you for watching our video. Goodbye.